It isn't often that a movie makes you afraid to breathe, terrified to even whisper. Every single sound is a potential death sentence, and you can't make one single mistake. In this new world, Earth is no longer ruled by man, but by creatures who hunt by sound. In this new world, silence isn't an option, it's a law, and if you don't live by it, they will come. A Quiet Place is a movie oozing to the brim with tension, themes, and a whole lot of silence, and it asks one singular, terrifying question. How do you protect those you love when a single scream can kill them? So, let's break the silence. A Quiet Place is a terrifying movie in many different regards. Sure, the monsters are a huge part of just how scary this movie is, but there's so many deeper layers to it. There are themes of the terrors of parenthood and of minimalism in storytelling. Today, I'll be talking about what makes this movie just so scary in all those many regards. But first, we need to talk about the plot. So yeah, if you still haven't watched this movie, pause the video, go watch it, and come right on back here. Unless you don't want to. In that case, let's just get right into it. The movie opens on day 89, after a sudden, brutal apocalypse event. The Earth is overrun with blind, fast-moving creatures with an acute sense of hearing, able to analyse and track even the smallest sounds. Any noise could lead to death. We meet the Abbott family, a group who have survived pretty well in the apocalypse, despite the chaos of the outside world. There's Lee, the father, Evelyn, the mother, and their 3 children, Reagan, Marcus, and Beau. They're scavenging in an abandoned store, looking for supplies. The youngest, Beau, finds a toy spaceship, but Lee is against him having it. Too loud are his exact words. Reagan, who is deaf, gives it to him, in childlike ignorance of possible consequences. On the walk home, Beau switches the device on, blaring sirens turning on. In only a few seconds, the family watch in horror as Beau is killed right in front of them. We cut to day 472. The Abbotts have adapted to the new world. They have strict routines, they walk on sand to muffle footsteps, speak in sign language, and live with incredible discipline. Reagan still blames herself for Beau's death, and struggles with her relationship with her father Lee, who desperately wants to fix her cochlear implant. Meanwhile, Evelyn is pregnant, adding another deeper layer to the tension. A baby is a risk in this world. They make a lot of sound, and a lot of sound means more monsters. Much more. Lee takes Marcus on a fishing trip, while Evelyn stays home. Suddenly, the danger cranks up to 11, when Evelyn goes into labour early. She struggles downstairs, silent, when she steps on an exposed nail. She silently screams, continuing to the basement. While she struggles with contractions, a picture frame drops, and a creature gets inside. She turns on red lights, the family's sign of danger. From here on out, the movie becomes a masterclass in horror. Evelyn has to deliver her baby in near silence while a creature roams the house, hiding in a bathtub as she gives birth. The others return, and Lee realises the danger they're in. In a final, heart-wrenching moment, Lee sacrifices himself to save his children. Hiding inside a car, they can only watch as the monster approaches his shouts. He signs one final phrase to Reagan, "I love you," before the monster delivers the final blow. His death opens the path to Reagan realising the film's final reveal. As the creature draws closer, Reagan realises that her cochlear implant emits a frequency that the noise-sensitive creatures can't stand. It incapacitates them, exposing their vulnerable inner ears. Evelyn sees this and fires a shotgun. The creature is sent backwards, dead. Now, the family finally have a chance. They turn to the cameras, watching more of the monsters drawing closer. The family draw closer, as Evelyn cocks the shotgun and the movie cuts to black. Silence is no longer the only weapon. So, what actually makes this movie so tense, so scary, so thrilling? Well, there's quite a few reasons. I've gone into a few already, but here's the definitive reasons I believe make this movie the horror masterpiece many consider it to be. So first off, this movie does something different. Most movies use loud, boisterous sounds to suddenly surprise you. Jump scares, music, strings, the classic horror movie tactics. But A Quiet Place flips that. There's an absence of sound, and itself is so integrally important to this movie, to the point I don't think it would be nearly as famous without it. The absence of sound means even the slightest creak, the smallest whisper, the slow breathing, all of them are like a klaxon. You know there's a monster hunting by sound, so having every small sound be emphasised through the lack of sound is so simply effective and so genius. You become acutely aware of every small sound, every breath, whether it be from the Abbots or from your own living room. I also think earned horror is important to consider when making a movie where scares are just so integral. Let me explain what that is first. Basically, earned horror is where you feel truly involved, tension growing to a sudden, explosive climax. You're holding your breath with the characters. When Evelyn gets in the bath and you see the creature go closer and closer in the background, there isn't an instant cutaway. You stay stuck on the dread and tension, taking every small detail in. Your brain is kicked into hyperfocus, so when the scare finally comes, you jump right out of your seat. Oh, and we can't talk about this movie without talking about an integral part of the horror. The monsters, dubbed the Death Angels, are horrifying. I don't see many people talk about this, but they feel similar to me. I don't really know how to put it, they just feel a bit human to me, especially with their faces. I mean, obviously minus the lack of eyes. But when their heads open and the panels break apart on their heads, it's just gross, honestly. But scary as well. The small semblance of humanity is whisked away into a horrifying monster. The Death Angels are iconic, in their design, their hunting, even their sounds. A clicking noise, like echolocation. It only adds to the fear that they're hunting. And then they can see you, wherever you are. But there's a deeper level of fear, permeating all throughout the movie. Deeper than monsters, deeper than sudden jump scares. A chilling theme which many go through on the day-to-day. Yeah, monsters are scary, but emotional horror is deeper. The film, whittled down to its very core, is about parenthood and the fears associated with it. It's about raising a family in a world where one mistake could lead to the death of your child. Lee and Evelyn are trying to raise children, grieve and prepare for a newborn in a world which punishes the very act of making noise. Every parent's fear is magnified to a horrifying degree here. What happens if your kids are just a little too loud? The whole thing is just so painfully human. It's genuinely horrifying. So that was A Quiet Place. It's a horrifying masterpiece, diving into a world where sound is everyone's enemy. So, what did you think? How did you find this movie? And was it really as scary as people said? Comment down below. I genuinely really hope you enjoyed, because I just love making these videos, so having people enjoy them is just amazing. If you like this, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. Also, remember to stay silent in this world, because even one sound can alert them. Even one sound can break the silence of the quiet place.